Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steven Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how and why we, and when I say we, I mean Jill, closed enrollment for 2019 planning.
Cool. You want to hear something funny? Even though we're on our normal recording schedule, this is totally off topic right now.
Yeah.
Even though we're on our normal recording schedule, I feel like I had a month off.
That's how I feel.
It's just the weird holiday period. I'm so confused.
Do you like to be, like, would you just rather be off all the time?
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
No.
Oh.
No, I've forever, since I got over the fact that, there's a Santa Claus topic, I've always just, this time of year.
You're just talking about holidays. I thought you meant in general.
Yeah, this time of year is just a massive intrusion into the normal course of business. It's intrusive.
Oh, your choice of words are so amazing. I love it. It's like, I see it as, welcome break. And you're like, darn it, it's an intrusion. It's inconvenient and a pain in the ass.
I will say this.
Stupid holidays.
There was no real break in revenue this December for
That's true.
one of the first times ever.
That is true.
So
we had a great December and looking like a great January. I know it will be.
But just time off, I don't know. That doesn't matter. It's just me. Everybody needs a break, I guess.
This is coming from the man that says, I don't want to go in on Friday. Why should we go in on Friday?
That's true.
Yeah. Like, we need to work, but let's not be crazy and do it like every day. God.
Before we get into the topic, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
Okay. Kevin said, thanks, Land Academy. Hello, everyone. I want to take a moment to thank everyone on this forum. Land Academy staff, experienced land investors, new investors, lurkers, and visitors. The people on this forum is what makes it great. This is really nice.
Yeah.
I learn things every day from new investors and old pros. I try to get back some of my experience when I can, and I hope that I have helped a few of you along the way. I hope you make your business what you want it to be in 2019. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Well, that was nice, Kevin. I'm pretty sure I know which Kevin that is.
Yeah, so Kevin is our...
yeah, it is the Kevin.
Our moderator.
That was very sweet.
Kevin was a regular and is a regular member.
Yeah.
So, and very active in the Land Investors Forum.
Community.
And so we cut him a deal as a member, a very good deal, if he just helps out as a moderator on the on Land Investors itself, the forum. And it's worked out great. It was just one of those things where we said, you know what? How about this guy? He's in there all the time anyway. He helps out.
And he has a lot of great
And he snapped right into it. He's just a natural.
I know. Thank you, Kevin. That's really, really cool. I'm really glad he's doing this.
That was one of the best ideas we've ever had. I mean, from back to the 90s, was starting that forum.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all we get is positive responses from people, and I really think it's a great place for new people to work with old people. You know what I mean. For newer people to the business to work with seasoned pros and get the answers.
Exactly.
And to just generally ask, all kinds of questions about Land Academy itself and buying, selling land.
Yeah,
so
and
thank you, Kevin.
It's been a 3.5 years that we've had that forum. So, I mean, if you're new to Land Academy, or you just have some questions, or you're just checking around, that's a great place to go. Pretty darn near everything has come up. We always tell people to, you have a burning question at 3 a.m. about a deed. Go search in Land Investors. There's a very good chance it's in there.
Yeah. And I have to say, I designed that site. I didn't design it. I created it start to finish in 36 hours, and it's still working out great.
Exactly.
It's not exploding like some of our other websites.
Right.
Today's topic, how and why we closed enrollment for 2019 planning. So this is the meat of the show. Let me be super clear. We didn't close enrollment for 2019. We just closed. Actually, these are the questions I have for Jill, because honestly, I don't know.
That'd be hilarious.
The Academy itself.
We're taking a year.
Jill closed enrollment very temporarily. We're going to find out for how long here in a minute. For us to get organized, because there's a lot of Land Academy members now, and we want to make sure we serve everybody correctly. So what was your thinking behind this?
It's planning. The thinking behind, I was going to make a joke, but I didn't form it quick enough in my head. So it's good. So we did this once before, a year and a half ago. I think it was in October, and it was perfect. It was good. It gave us a little breather to really sit down, look at all the programs, make sure we're providing the tools that we need, make sure the value's there, and then we flip the switch, turn it back on, and gangbusters. And so it's been a year and a half now, and the time is there. And so I said, and we have a lot of things that you and I are planning. And it's hard sometimes it's confusing when you leak little things out. We're changing this, we're adding that. So I said, okay, everybody, let's just stop for a second. So that's what I did. I closed enrollment, had a great end of year special, which worked out wonderful for many people. They thanked us for doing that awesome thing to help them out and get them involved. So that's done. So now I've got a couple weeks. I'm going to give you a rough estimate of about 3 weeks right now that we're going to keep it closed. I do anticipate reopening it before the end of January. So
that's good.
And I'll just say right now too, if you're wanting to get in and it's goofing you up right now, make sure that you have our ebook, because if you have the ebook, you're in my email group.
Special group.
Yep, and you will get advance notice. So that's one thing I didn't tell too, is the people who have, before I open it up to the public, basically, I'm going to do a little bit of advance notice and leak it out to the people that are in our community so they know what's coming for everybody else. So, but what's happening now, this is you and I time too, that you and I are going to take a little breather and really plan out this year, and it's always more than this year. I mean, really, when you and I sit and have these meetings, you and I are almost in planning, 2 years out or 3 years out, which is kind of what we're doing. And I really want to think about the products. We have title services coming. We're going to change a little bit of our tools. When I say change, I mean add to them, make them better. We might reduce some pricing structure of our programs as we figure out how we want to do it, and going forward between 1.0 and 2.0. I know you're going to refresh 1.0 even in its current form. We have House Academy. We got to just decide how we're going to roll it in there, and there's separate tools and a little bit different data that we're going to offer there. So as you can see, everything I've talked about is a lot. So
I'm up for it.
Instead of, again, being unorganized or appearing unorganized or feeling unorganized, I'd rather just close it up for a little while, put it all on paper, sleep on it. That's how I roll. Mm-hmm. And make sure it's all right and it works for everybody. Talk to some people too, and make sure we're doing it like you said, making sure we're providing what everyone needs, and then I'll pull the curtain back. And it's going to be great. So, and I will do something special anyway. I always do when we do big announcements.
At the end of 2017, I wrote down exactly where I wanted to be at the end of 2018, and we ended there. Yep. Plus or minus 10%.
I think it was plus 10%.
Actually, it probably was plus 10%. And so I've done the same thing. I do a lot of this stuff without telling you. And in the past, I think that's caused some problems, but we always get there. That's my point. So what is missing I'll tell you, just out in public here, what's missing for me is more publishing support for these products that we have. And it's not because people are asking us about it, just because I know now that we're probably pretty good instructors. And I know that there's some holes when it comes to instructional video, outside instructional video, and just books and manuals. So that's what I'd like to spend a little bit more time on. Not that it's going to necessarily generate any more revenue, but I just think it's going to make everybody a better investor.
Yeah.
And make the library of all the things we created more full.
Right.
We'll see. I don't know.
I'm sure.
I'm pretty confident.
I think so also.
Plus it's fun.
Exactly. I think that's really, really good.
We're selling a lot of land now. So that, more than anything, is time consuming.
you touched on something, and I wanted to circle back around to, which I think is right. This is how it should be. I think we have our company goals. We have goals for our staff. I do. I'm sure you do too.
Oh, yeah.
For different staff. You know, you're already aligning things. There's things you want to do with different people.
Right.
And then we have our own individual goals. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So not sharing with me or me not sharing with you our personal goals is not a bad thing.
That's half of what this show's about, so that we learn about. This is the most time Jill and I spend together.
Okay, that's true.
So it's good to learn about what you're working on.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. That's really good. Nice to see you. That's so funny. That's really true. That's good. This is the most time we spent talking. So
what's your personal? I mean, I know you have a bunch of personal stuff you want to accomplish this year.
I do.
You want to share it?
No.
Any of it? No, you don't want to share any of it.
Well, you know, honestly, because I'm not done. I'm not done. I did not come into 2019. I never do. I'd never come in on January 1. I never wake up with that light bulb over my head going, woohoo. And partially because every year we're out having fun the night before, so I really can't wake up the light bulb and be like, woohoo. It's kind of like, oh, is it morning? Just kidding. But you know what I mean. I'm still mulling a few things over and deciding how I want to do it. And you and I still have a few more planning sessions, honestly, and I wait.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of wait because I like to fit my thing. I want to make sure everything fits. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. I don't think that I'm necessarily putting my business before my personal stuff. I won't. But I want to make sure they all fit together. Yeah. So I have things that I want to get done and I want to do. I mean, especially like shows. I mean, I really want to start another podcast. I'm dying to start. There's like 2 that I want to do.
Go ahead.
Well, one is the House Academy.
And I think we have to do that show.
And one is my show, mine. And then I'm going to have either a permanent guest or I might have fill-in, like a now and then guest.
Yep.
You know who I'm talking about. I haven't decided how I want to do this. So.
Yeah, I mean, we are so set up from an efficiency standpoint. This is show number 889. You know, we're going to hit 1,000 shows here next month. Early next month, or mid-February. So we have just the production crew and just everything set up to add 2 more weekly shows, not daily shows like this, but weekly shows. From an economies of scale standpoint, is silly good, easy.
Yeah. Lord knows we know how to do it.
It literally would take about 45 minutes additionally per week of our time.
Right.
So we'd be kooks not to do that, and I think it would really help a lot of people.
I think so.
And it doesn't cost anything. The infrastructure cost is all there.
Yeah. We're lucky. We're in a good spot.
Yeah. We finally are. You know, we've always been in a great spot buying and selling land, but it's been a good 2-year run, 2 years of a lot of effort on both of our parts to get the staff in place. And it was a lot longer and a lot more time consuming and a lot more difficult than I originally thought.
Right.
The Land Academy thing itself and all the stuff that surrounds it.
Yeah.
Buying and selling land, I was telling the people, I've got one additional staff member about buying and selling land, and I was really looking at how long it takes to generate $150,000 a year. And it takes about 2 hours a week. You know that whole 4-hour work week thing? Mm-hmm. That's what this really is.
That's true.
So he has additional marketing responsibilities, but he's not spending 2 hours a week.
No, and it makes him a better. He understands the customers too a little bit better. Understands what's going on because he's doing the transactions.
Right.
It's a good fit.
Right.
So.
And he's not doing the real big deals. Big deals are easier.
Right.
He's just doing all the like rural vacant land deals that we have because we sent millions and millions of letters out.
Exactly.
Coming in every day.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a deal in yesterday in Texas that's just, we'll probably make $70,000 on it.
That's great. That is awesome.
And it's fun to do.
It is. I'm so glad.
Well, you've done it again. You spent another 15 minutes or so listening to the Land Academy show. Join us next time where Jill introduces us to our tools only product and explains to us exactly what her vision is for that.
And we answer your questions posted on our online community, landinvestors.com. It's free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition. You know, we needed to have an episode like that. I needed to have an episode like that for some reason.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know why.
Thank you. Talking about planning and thinking and taking a step back?
Yeah, and a non-instructional episode.
Oh.
So, you know, you're doing this live show on Wednesday on Facebook. And I think I loved watching your show yesterday because it was more about the philosophical, inspirational things that need to happen to be successful at anything. Instead of, this is how you do a deed, or Texas is a great place to buy land, or
pricing,
or capital gains taxes don't necessarily apply here. That stuff. Look, that's all in the programs.
Right.
But I think the older I get and the more experienced I get, the more I realize how important that nebulous stuff is. And when I was younger, I always threw that nebulous stuff away.
Thanks. It is important.
Have you always been like that?
It's more important.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't have the right inspiration, it doesn't matter if you're going to learn how to play the guitar.
You have the greatest idea on the planet.
Yeah.
You can't get out of bed. Doesn't matter.
Or if you're not organized and you don't, your email inbox is constantly full.
Exactly. Then it doesn't matter.
And it's actually a little bit more fun to talk about that stuff after a while.
It is. I like it. Hey, wherever you are listening or watching, please rate us there. We are Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.